Zoom out. Slow motion. Oh no. Oh. Change camera angle. Right. Those. Okay. All right. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Liquid Clay, coming back at you with a live stream of Tekken 7 with VR support. So, I can't remember when this game came out. I think it came out in 2017, I believe. And I remember when they announced that Tekken 7 would have VR support. I literally lost my shit because at the time that the announcement was made, I was like really starting to make that transition where I was slowly gravitating more towards VR rather than flat screen games. And so once I started thinking about the possibilities of VR, of converting flat screen games into VR, and I was thinking like boxing games, fighting games, shooting, first person shooters, all that stuff. How cool would that be in VR? And when the announcement came that Tekken 7 was going to get VR support, all I could think about was like, imagining myself in that first person mode. Now, I knew as far as the kicks and stuff goes, that wasn't going to work because, you don't have full body tracking. So I figured as far as the kicks goes, you would still have to use the buttons to execute kicks. But I figured like the punches and blocks and stuff, you could still do that free-handed with the move controllers. So I thought it was still going to be, I thought it would still be a game where you could fight in first-person mode. And because of that, I knew it would be impossible for a VR person to fight a flat screener. It just wouldn't work. But I still thought it would happen in first person view. And when I finally got hold of the game and saw it, I only looked at it once because I felt like it was highway robbery. I felt like it was the first time that Sony tricked me. I'm sitting here thinking that it was going to be first person, and I get it. And this is what I see right here. This is the VR support that you're looking at right here. But hey, I guess there's some fake ray tracing there. You can look and see his reflection in the water. They're fighting in the water. And when I first saw this, I was like, it looked like this is all you got right here. You're fighting in this what looks like a wasteland, and I'm in practice mode. Now you can go into a VR battle and legitimately fight against the AI, but there's no timer, there's no damage or nothing like that. It's just an infinite fight. You just fight until you get tired. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. So this is only my second time coming back to this. Again, the first time I tried it, after about 10 minutes, when I found out this is what it was all about, I was like, this shit is highway robbery. Sony lied, they tricked us, and what have you. And that was it. I never came back to the VR mode. So here I am, back in the VR mode. Go practice a little bit. Great tantrum. Tekken 7 VR is a cock tease, not the full game. Yeah. Yeah, I said this was I felt like this was the first game where Sony lied or tricked us as far as VR goes. Guy dancing like he gotta take a crap. Yeah, that's Lei Wu Long. I was a master at him on Tekken 2. Tekken 2 was the game that Lei Wulong was introduced on, and all his jumping around and dancing confuses people. All right, let's get ready for a legitimate fight. The way Negan, I've never seen The Walking Dead, so I've only heard about him and his bat Lucille. But he's standing there like one of them cowboys. You want some of this, boy? Let's go ahead and have a legitimate practice, a legitimate fight. Oh, damn! He didn't waste no time. You.
No exception.
Damn.
Not cool.
Yeah, it did hurt VR more than help it. That was the other thing. And that's the other thing. I would have felt like absolute shit, Great Tantrum, if I would have told somebody, you know, like, oh, Tekken's going to get VR support and it's going to be like this, it's going to be like that. And then they go off and spend $400 for a PS4 Pro and then $500 for the VR headset because that's what it costs when it launched. The bundle with the Move controllers, $500. You're talking $900 and they get this. Can you imagine how much I would have felt like shit urging somebody to go off and buy VR and get this? So yeah, it was a big ripoff. I mean, Call of Duty only has some space flight level stuff. Now, see, the thing with the Call of Duty VR support, it was a Jackal mission to be exact. And I think that was on the Advanced Warfare game, or whatever the case may be. Another Star Wars games. Well, I think the Star Wars is a different story because the Star Wars Rogue One mission that was part of the original Star Wars Battlefront game, I actually loved that, and that was one of the games that made me like think about the potentials of VR. And I remember when I played that Rogue One mission, all I could think about was like, I would love to be able to play this in VR, and we finally got it. I would love to be able to play this multiplayer in VR, and we finally got it. Yeah, but not the full game, but I mean Star Wars Squadrons, I think they delivered. I think they gave us exactly what they said they would give us. The only catch was that the cutscenes weren't in VR. The cutscenes were flat screen, but I didn't really care about that. I mean, I was able to play the game multiplayer from the cockpit of an X-Wing fighter, so they kind of made a childhood dream come true with that. But this, yeah, this was I think this had to be one of the biggest rip-offs on the PlayStation VR. You know, and I spent $60 for this damn shit.
Not cool.
GT Sport was limited too. Now, oh shit. Hold that thought, Tantrum. I'm gonna come right back to you.
Not cool.
Now, GT Sport, I think, was a different story because I think they took the situation with Drive Club, and I think they did what they could with it because they admitted, I think they admitted in so many words that if they would have done a full VR game on GT Sport, they said it would have been a mess. Now, Drive Club, I got that game when I bought, the PlayStation VR. Actually, when I bought the PlayStation VR, it came with a demo disc, and Drive Club was one of the demo games on there. And I think it only let you choose one car, and I think there was only one track, but at least I was able to race against a full grid of cars in VR. Now, it did make me sick because I was new to VR, so I got motion sickness from it, but I still remember that I loved it. It was like the first time I ever sat inside a car, actually sat inside a car in VR and went 200 miles an hour, and I just thought about the potential of it. But the big thing that was the big downside of Drive Club in VR is that it was super, super blurry. I mean, night races was terrible. You couldn't even see where you were going. It was so blurry. And I think that so I bought Gran Turismo, I bought GT Sport, and yeah, I kind of got screwed on that one because they talked about VR support on GT Sport, and they announced it, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, now we're getting a real game in VR, a real racing sim in VR, and I got there, and it was time trial and 1 versus AI, and I was like, this is a fucking rip-off, but I do remember thinking that it wasn't as blurry as Drive Club. And again, you had pretty much the statement from Polyphony Digital saying that if they would have done a full blown game in VR, it would have been a mess. And I think the reason because of that was because of the limitations of the vanilla PS4. I think they, now I've also heard things that on the PS4 Pro they were able to get a full. Again, I thought GT Sport did enough. The VR part of it, all it did was it was like an appetizer. It made me only more hungrier. Damn, I was gonna say something else about the GT Sport and VR. Oh, that I guess that on the PlayStation Pro, that they were able to do a full grid. Race against a full grid in VR and multiplayer. They had it working on the PS4 Pro, but they wanted parity across the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. So honestly speaking, when you bought the PS4 Pro, the only advantage you had over the PS4 is that you were getting slightly better looking graphics. As far as gameplay and features and shit like that, you weren't getting any added bonuses or advantages because they didn't want parity across the board. With that being said, if they would have made GT Sport fully playable in VR on the PS4 Pro, it would have split the user base between them and the regular PS4. So I get it, but it was still fucked up. Ouch!
No exception. Feels good. Sounds good. Not cool.
Damn! You! Damn! Damn! You! How about these Combat 7? That was kind of a rip-off too. I mean, they didn't tell us until the last minute that it was only going to be like 3 VR missions. Like, if they would have gave us 5, 10 VR missions, it would have been worth the money. But again, another game where I paid the full $60 for it, only to get 3 VR missions. I played the first VR mission, and then I started the second VR mission, and then I stopped because, I guess I just didn't like the first VR mission. I absolutely loved it. That feeling of taking off from a carrier and hearing those thrusters get loud, and then you take off, you hear all that thunder, and then as soon as you leave the deck of that carrier, you hear nothing but silence, and then you look out the window and you see the ground getting smaller. I mean, that was an incredible feeling when I played that VR mission, and it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth that they only gave us 3 missions. And then when they added DLC to the game, they tried to tease us and make it seem like there was going to be some VR support in that DLC, and it wasn't. So that was another area where Sony kind of lied to us.
No exception. Not cool.
Damn!
Great.
Yeah, he doing some work with that damn bat.
Holy smoke.
Shit.
Great.
Is there a nail stick? His whole bat is wrapped with barbed wire.
Shit. Damn. Great. Shit. Pow. Like that.
Wow.
Shit. Holy smoke.
Yeah, and being that this VR mode isn't crystal clear, it's kind of hard to see that that's barbed wire wrapped around his bat. It looks like chains, you know, because you can see it glittering a little bit, and that's only because of the anti-aliasing.
Shit. No exception.
Ew.
No exception. Shit.
Not cool.
Like that. Shit. Shit! Holy smoke! Not cool. Holy smoke!
Ran right into him on that one.
Not cool. No exceptions. No exceptions. Not cool. Great. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Okay, I think I'm about ready to end it there. So that's it. That's what you get for VR. I guess it's good for about 5 minutes of entertainment, but that's about it. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hang it up. That's what you get versus PC VR battle. The other mode is the, I guess, the VR viewer. And all it is it's a character customization. And then you can choose to view it in VR. And then you can see, like, they'll say one of their animations. They'll just say one of their catch lines before or after a match, you know, that kind of stuff. So, buying this strictly on VR wasn't worth the $60. But if you're already a Tekken fan, that's the only thing that kept it from being a super big ripoff, is because I've always loved Tekken. And when it comes to fighter games, fighting games, Tekken and Virtua Fighter have always been two of my favorites. And so it wasn't a total loss, but it was still very deceptive on Sony's part of making me feel like this was going to have full VR support, that I'd be able to fight online against live opponents. I felt like, I just assumed it was going to be like a first-person view. So that's why when Creed came along, that's when I really lost my shit. But anyway, so it was good. It was good for a quick laugh, just to show you guys what the VR support consisted of this game. Let me put it back on practice so he's not swinging at me with that bat. But this is it. This is what you got for VR support. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and boogie on out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm sure we'll see you probably sometime today. I don't know what I'll stream, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So with that being said, you guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces.